like a panther, I done up the standards, like Michael V in Atlanta when it's time.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Makes the score Cowboys 7, Washington 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll give to Elliott. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Ezekiel Elliott.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
At the 7-yard line.
Second down and 3. Ball on the 7. The give is to Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Ezekiel Elliott.
A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
2-yard line. 1st and goal.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now here's Pollard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
On the carry.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now this one is running back out of the backfield. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 38, Haskins. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah,
and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Johnson on the carry.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
On first down, it's Johnson. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
He was at the end of all that hitting and hollering. It was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Haskins, screenplay, Johnson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
10 at the 39-yard line.
21-0 our score after 1.
Score Cowboys 21. Washington nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Shift. Hey. Go. Check 9. Hatchet. Watch the safety creep. Check 13.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Carry on Johnson on the
gain of 3, 2nd down.
Made at the 30.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Situation. Let's go. Mike 55. You better be afraid of me. Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Check tight.
Now Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Terry McLaurin.
It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Haskins on third down. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up fourth.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Fourth down.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down the middle. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Second and 2 at the 31-yard line.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Dances by him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
20, Pollard.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Elliott running right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Made the tackle.
Seemed like Dak certainly made the right read there to hand it off to Zeke.
When you have those two in the backfield, Dak Prescott at quarterback, Ezekiel Elliott at running back, you've got a symbiotic, synergistic relationship that puts a lot of defenses in a lot of stress.
I got to tell you, I've never heard synergistic before, but I guess that works, right?
It does on this game.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Gain of 4.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On second down, it's Elliott. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Darren Lee on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It's our time. It's our time.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now left side on the swing pass. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Ball carrier.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mark 55. Mark 55. You.
2nd and 5 now. Haskins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Haskins. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Prescott looks to throw on first. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
It's second.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Third down.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one. 3rd down, here's Haskins. Yet again, Haskins is intercepted, 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Complete. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it? Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in their 2nd half blowout material. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot. Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you. My bad. Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here? Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option. Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Moves back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Prescott on third and goal. And that is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And Zerline's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Will take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they'll work from the 29 on second and 6. Haskins will throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Come on, Mike 55. Check 55, Mike.
On second and 7, Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Second and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
On the carry.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
The ball carrier.
He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
On the play.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Ezekiel Elliott.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Again, it's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Carry on Johnson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Snap comes at 1. Now Haskins. He's going to let this one go deep. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play.
Washington 3.
Washington going to send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
41-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Prescott on first down. He's got the connection to Cooper. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys add on. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Intended for
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
You got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 25. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Gain of 6. First down, Dallas.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Slam.
A first down carry by Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And a Cowboy first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Under 10.
On the counter, Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm a boy. One for the safe blood till there's nothing left. I'm a root to the bread until we all nothing but gets. Yeah, the footsteps coming because we coming for the jet.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
At the 39-yard line.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for Washington, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.